Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin. And
last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch? And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On second down, Gordon once more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Full to run show Fadukasi there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Henry, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. C.J. Mosley. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. 30, 20, 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. Ball knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Tannehill on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tannehill. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Flushed out right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tannehill throwing again. A check down here for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Now Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And running with power here. And finally he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, from the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. down. It's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. To throw is Tannehill. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 33. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tab.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing second and 19. Again to Henry. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Now Wilson. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
On first down, Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Henry again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. James has got it. Complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. They'll run for it with Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Darrington Evans.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tannehill toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tannehill. And he fires one, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and inches, Wilson.
And that's to the former Titan, Corey Davis.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.